Rabbi Yosef Weinberg worked for the Central Lubavitcher Yeshiva and traveled on numerous missions for the previous Rebbe and the Rebbe over his 60 years of service.
One time, the Rebbe asked me to go to Madagascar. When I was in South Africa, to go to Madagascar. And at Madagascar, we didn't even know where there's any Jews there. So I asked the chief rabbi from Johannesburg, he should call the Jewish consulate in Madagascar. There was a consulate, and asked. He called the consul. The consul was in Israel because the president was of Uganda was supposed to come. The president of Madagascar, was supposed to come to Eretz Israel. So the consul was there. And we are trying to find at least one address. We didn't have one address. Then came there was a writer, Chaim Shoshkes. He used to write in the daily Jewish news. He was a traveler. He went to many places and he wrote about it. So he came to Johannesburg and he says he was just now in Madagascar, and there's only one Jew, a doctor, an assimilated doctor. That's all. So he said, Rabbi Weinberg, I heard you want to go. There's nothing to go for. But the Rebbe told me to go to Madagascar. And I I told Rabbi Aloy he should make a booking to go there. The Rebbe said to go, I have to go. I went to Cape Town, and I come back. Rabbi Aloy tells me, now you'll be going already. The chief rabbi, Rabbi Rabinovitz, from South Africa, got a telegram from somebody that is already 6 months in Madagascar and never had any meat for his family. He's begging to send them some conserving. So I spoke Shabbos for this youth in his synagogue, Bolmaren Synagogue, the biggest synagogue in those days. And I spoke for the youth. So Rabbi Rabinovitz introduced me. He said, Rabbi Weinberg is off to go to Madagascar, not having one, but he has already an address where to go to. There's somebody there. I came. He came to meet me at the airport. The Rebbe had written to me a letter. The letter is printed. When I wrote to the Rebbe, I'm going to go, although I don't know. The Shoshka says that only one Yid. I'm going to go. So the Rebbe writes a letter to me that he was very pleased that I'm going, because if it was worthwhile for the Rebbe Marash, to go from Vienna to Paris for one Yid, the story is known, it's certainly worthwhile for him. And the story, the story is that the Rebbe was in Vienna, and there was two wealthy Hasidim were with him there. The Gabbai, his Gabbai Pinchas Leib, so suddenly the Rebbe says to them, I'm going to go to Paris. Would you like to accompany me? They said, yes. And they went with the Rebbe. Coming to Paris says, which hotel should we go? So he said, Hotel Alexander. Hotel Alexander was a hotel that only princes and high government officials was staying there. It was very expensive. And they said it's too expensive for them. They were too wealthy Hasidim. And the Rebbe Rash said, you don't know any French. I know French. And he came and asked for a suite. Not for a room, but for a suite. I told him it's 100 francs. He said, all right, but can I get a suite on the floor where there's the casino is, the gambling the casino. So this is more expensive. So it's all right. And they went to another hotel, and he was staying with the Gabbai there. And the Gabbai wanted to make a post for the Rebbe Marash, and it went on the carpet. They had to pay 200 francs special just for the carpet that they spoiled. And the Rebbe Marash went into the casino, where somebody was sitting and eating treifes and drinking wine. And he went over and he clapped, says, Yain Esach, and Treife is mit Tamtem es Amoyer und Tamtem es Alev. Zayayit, that's all. And he picked himself up, and over there, if you want to go to a higher floor, you sit down at a special chair, and two people came over and carried you up to. He didn't have to go to a higher floor. He was on that floor, but he was the Rebbe Marash should be excited. He was so excited that he made a mistake in a certain floor. And when they came over, two people, he apologized in French. He apologized, and he went. Later on, this Yid came over to the Rebbe Marash, and from this came out a very known, it says K, it's a Mishpacha Klein. It says Natomim, it says Kuf, it's a very known from family that came out from them. So the Rebbe writes, if it was worthwhile for the Rebbe Marash to go for one Yid, surely it was worthwhile. Although the Rebbe writes in the letter, we don't have the koiches and the certainty to be sure to what we could accomplish, like the Rebbe Marash. But still, being a shaliach, and every Yid is a shaliach from the Meibishten, and it writes about the three Perushim in Shlichos, whether it's just the Ma'aseh of Mesiaches, or the B'Mekoyim, or the Shlucha Shel Adam Kamoisei Mamash. And it's only if you make up your mind, and I'm sure you'll find there more than one. Rabbi, so you'll find there more than one. Baruch Hashem, I found first of all, there was that person that sent the telegram, and I brought him some concept, and then we found about 8 families, Mashal, Kadam, that came from Iraq. They came from Iraq, and they were in Madagascar. We brought over there.